Hi everyone, in today's video I'm doing a follow-up to last week's video of planning a wedding during COVID-19, and I am happy to say that we got married last week. So we did it, we got married even through the current pandemic of COVID-19. So I just wanted to talk about just our experience of planning a wedding and getting married through COVID-19. In my previous video, I talked about how we were planning a Disney fairy tale wedding. So we were going to get married at the Disneyland resort, and we had this whole magical experience and plan, but obviously due to COVID-19 that fell through, but ultimately my wife and I, we've been talking about how magical our experience was even throughout this whole pandemic, and even with our backup plan. I think it was more memorable and more magical for us. It was a small intimate wedding, so we just had our parents there, and best man, maid of honor was unable to make it due to being out of the country, but we had a very small, close-knit, intimate wedding, and it was just amazing. I think that it brought a lot of experience, enjoyment, and just those magic moments that I would say all of our families needed during these difficult times. So my recommendations for you, if you are going through this and ultimately stressing out, just similar to what we were doing, because COVID-19 was kind of taking yet another thing away from us, is once again, just stick to your values. What's important to you? For us, it was that date. We really wanted to get married on our specific date. So we stayed straight with it, and we were entertaining the idea of just doing something in our own backyard, but ultimately one of our close family friends offered us their own home to get married in, and it was just it was amazing. It was perfect. And her dream job was to be a wedding planner, and she got to do it. She got to plan everything for us. She helped us with decoration and a local bakery, or a local baker getting us our cake and floral, and everything was just amazing and beautiful. We don't have any photos yet to share, but that might be something coming up. But ultimately, it was the perfect wedding. And, my wife and I, we keep talking about, we don't even need another one now. We had our perfect experience even through this pandemic. So my recommendation is just stay true to what it is that you guys want. If you are planning on getting married during COVID-19, it is a bit difficult and it was a bit stressful. But once again, just sticking to your values and what's important to you. We still got to do some of the important things that we really wanted, that we were going to do at Disneyland. So we still had a little bit of a Disney flair even at our at-home wedding. And we just want to thank everybody that was involved and helped us out. I won't name anybody right now because of course it's YouTube, but you know who you are, our amazing family and family friends that supported us throughout all this. Another big tip that I would give is reach out, just share with one another and the people that you're close with and who you want support from. One of the difficult things that we've seen during this whole planning experience is, what I notice is people get a little gun shy about bringing it up, and it's because they don't want to bring up kind of rough emotions or rough topics. So nobody was approaching us about the wedding of like, hey, what are you guys gonna do? What are the alternatives? Or like bridal showers or bachelorette parties and things like that. And I took it, interpreted as nobody wanted to rock that boat, because it is an uncomfortable circumstance and situation, and nobody wanted to upset us knowing that our original plans were canceled. But ultimately, if you have feelings about it, right, as the people getting married, or if one of your events is being changed or altered, talk about it. Talk about it with your loved ones, your family, your friends. Bring it up. Don't wait for somebody else to approach that conversation with you, because they might be hesitant too, just because they don't want to upset you. And ultimately, if you are in that boat of not wanting to upset people, just bring it up, right? I want to say it's more upsetting when people don't address difficult topics. We can't pretend like it's not happening. Like, everybody in the world knows COVID-19 is happening. We are all in the same boat with this difficult situation. So just open up, talk about it, and say, hey, how is the planning going? I know it's difficult. Show that compassion and ask what you could do if that's something you want to do, or just lend an open ear to talk about it with your friends, family, your social support, whoever it is that's going through these difficult times with trying to plan something that's important to them during this pandemic. And if you are the planners, just open up, just talk about it. And that was something that we challenged ourselves to do, because it was difficult conversations to have with our family, with the choices we're going to have to make. But we had to push ourselves to have those conversations and ask for help with saying, hey, what are some ideas? Because my wife and I, we're not wedding planners. We knew what we wanted and we knew what we wanted to experience, but that was about it. Like, I have no idea about floral, and nor does she. We kind of had ideas, but we had no idea of where to get what we wanted. So we started opening up and talking to our friends and family and saying, hey, here are our ideas. We're entertaining a backyard wedding. What are some of the ideas that you could maybe pitch our way, or do you know anybody that knows something? And just by that small little conversation, it opened up to, I would say, the wedding of our dreams. It was amazing. Everybody pitched in and helped out and brought this all together, and it was so magical. And then we were able to even zoom in the rest of our friends and family, so we were able to have that intimate moment together and share it, even through this current pandemic. If you have any questions of our experience, please feel free to comment below, and I'll try to answer either through comment or maybe even another video. I'm also planning on doing another video of my experience, or both of our experience, with planning with Disney. Once again, I cannot recommend it enough. Even though we had the most amazing wedding and we are super grateful for it, we are still considering doing our vow renewal at Disneyland, just because we're both absolutely Disney fans, and it was something that we wanted to do. And the experience so far with just the planning and the connecting with Disney has just been simply magical. So I highly recommend it. If it's in your means or you're a Disney lover, definitely look into it. Once again, my name is Gabriel Arroyo, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist located in Southern California. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with our weekly videos on mental health related topics and helpful coping skills for you to apply in your own everyday lives. Thank you.